attractive, successful, intelligent, talented, or rich. In the end, others won't care, and even loved ones will forget. If these qualities, though they be radiant, become blocked by a condition called arrogance. Starting in late 2019, my wife and I started taking excursions where we would go out to collect pictures, images to add to our online gallery. We called them work trips. Kind of playfully called them work trips because it was a lot of fun to go on these photography adventures and look for interesting shapes and colors to turn into images later on. One of our favorite places to visit is downtown Phoenix. First off, it's really close to where we live already, just a few minutes away from the house. But the downtown area offers a lot in shapes and colors, angles, textures. There's just so much as far as artistic expression that can be found in downtown Phoenix. I remember, I think it was September of last year, 2019, on one of our work trips, we were walking around in the Arizona Center. And for anyone who's been down there in downtown Phoenix, you notice that there's a really neat brick pathway. And I was intrigued by it. So at some point I took out my 16 millimeter lens and got low and took a picture. At the time, I didn't know what I was going to use the image for. I just figured, this is neat, capture it, and maybe later on something will hit me. When the pandemic started in March of 2020, I suddenly found myself with a lot of time at home. So what I ended up doing was going through those old batches of pictures, and I came across that image that I took in September of 2019 of the bricks at the Arizona Center. And I noticed that when I turned the image sideways, it actually fit very nicely with an idea that I had bouncing around in my head for some time. This piece blocked represents my attempts to understand the difference between what is confidence and arrogance. It's been said, or at least I've heard it said before, that there is a fine line between what is confidence and what is arrogance. But I've noticed that as far as those two qualities are concerned, they're very polarizing in the effect that they have on the person displaying those qualities, and also on the people surrounding them that are affected by their attitude. Self-confidence is a beautiful quality. Often we find ourselves drawn to people who display self-confidence. And I think it's because a person who's self-confident has a way of infecting others with that attitude. And I believe it's mostly because they exude confidence not only in themselves, but in other people too. So they believe the best, they tend to believe the best in others around them. And I think that's just such a beautiful attitude. Arrogance, on the other hand, is different. From what I've noticed with arrogance, people who display that attitude tend to feel that they're above, superior to the people around them. And for that reason, they don't think the best motives or intentions of others, or even believe that people can achieve a level of quality that they themselves can't. But I think the saddest thing about a person that displays arrogance is that if they have other qualities, other beautiful qualities, they can't be seen. It's as if that arrogance becomes a wall blocking those beautiful qualities, and those of us around just can't see that beautiful side of them. And that in itself really is what this piece Blocked is all about. I'm trying to communicate how arrogance stands in the way of a person being fully appreciated to their own detriment. It also goes back to that fine line that I mentioned earlier between confidence and arrogance. It's so easy for any one of us to slip into becoming overconfident and then slip into arrogance. Same way, it's so easy to slip into not having enough confidence. So it's about setting up these walls, these rooms to help myself, I guess, or maybe even others, clearly define where these lines are so that they can be, or I can be, determined not to step over in either direction and become imbalanced.